From today onwards, I am going to start my new series of cryptography and network security. So this is the first lecture in which we take a glimpse of the whole syllabus of this subject. The topics to be covered here are the outline of this syllabus, the real life area where the cryptography is used, the basic block diagram, whole syllabus distribution, and the future aspect of cryptography. Okay, so this subject is a combination of two parts. One is cryptography and another one is network security. Okay, so first we will cover about the basic concept of cryptography and later on we will discuss about network security. Now the prefix, this cryptography whole term can be split into two parts. One is crypto and another one is graphy. The prefix crypto is derived from the Greek word that is cryptos. Okay, and which means hidden. Okay, and the suffix term graphy is known as writing. Okay, so this whole cryptography can be termed as hidden writing. Hidden writing. Okay, so or we can say that cryptography is a science or study of techniques of secret writing or hidden writing. Okay, and if we talk about what is network security, then we can say it is some set of rules and configuration which is designed to protect some terminology like integrity, okay, then confidentiality and accessibility of the data. Okay, and we will discuss all these terms in detail in my upcoming lecture. Now we will take a look about real life area where cryptography is applicable. Have you wondered about how companies securely store your password? How credit card or debit card information is kept private when making your online purchase or transaction? About email account security? About WhatsApp security in which we have end-to-end encryption? So the answer is cryptography. So we can say that the science behind all these areas is cryptography, which means hidden writing and mainly used to protect the information. Okay, now we will discuss about the basic block diagram of cryptography. So suppose if we want to send a message between two parties, first we have a sender at one end and a receiver on the other hand. On the sender side, if we have a message which we want to send to the receiver side, then that message is called plain text, which is in a readable form. Now, if we want to encrypt the plain text with the help of some algorithm which is called encryption algorithm, which is based on the type of encryption, whether it is symmetric or asymmetric, then it converts this plain text into the ciphertext. Now, if we want to read this ciphertext, so first of all, we have to decrypt this message with the help of a decryption algorithm. Okay. Now this decryption algorithm converts this ciphertext into plain text. So this is how the receiver receives the same message that was sent by the sender without any modification. Okay. So this is the basic block diagram that how cryptography works. So we will discuss in detail. Now, this slide shows the type of algorithm that are used in the cryptography. So, in the first unit, you will going to discuss or study about, or we can say, first of all, we will discuss that there are two types of ciphertext. One is classical and another one is modern. Now, this classical cipher is further distributed into two types. One is substitution technique and another one is transposition technique. Now this substitution technique again further categorized into monoalphabetic, polyalphabetic and many more techniques which are used as a substitution technique for the ciphertext. Similarly, in the modern technique, this modern technique again further categorized on the basis of whether we are using secret key or whether we are using public key. If we are using symmetric key, then that algorithm is called symmetric key algorithm. And this symmetric key algorithm will be further divided into block cipher and stream cipher. This block cipher again further divided into AES, DES, 3DES. Similarly, streams into categorized into RC4 and many more algorithms. So in the first unit, we are going to discuss about this whole symmetric cipher, about transposition, about substitution technique. Okay. Now in the second unit, we will discuss about the public key encryption, which is called as asymmetric key algorithm. This asymmetric algorithm will be implemented by two types of algorithm, that is, one is RSA and another one is Diffie-Hellman. And in the second unit itself, we will discuss about some mathematical concept, okay, mathematical concept that are behind of cryptography. So this is your first unit, okay. This RSA, Diffie-Hellman and about asymmetric cryptography, about mathematical concept, this is second unit. And in the third unit, we will discuss one of the asymmetric key cryptography, that is DSA, which means digital signature algorithm. Now, digital signature refers to a standard for digital signature, or we can say just like a electronic fingerprints. Along with RSA, DSA is considered as one of the most preferred digital signature algorithm which are used today. So in this unit, we will also discuss about hash algorithm, or you can say hash function, and many more techniques. So in the third unit, we will cover about digital signature. Okay. Now, in the next unit, that is your fourth unit, we will discuss about authentication application, okay, like email security, pretty good privacy, that is PGP, and various authentication services. So this is your fourth unit. And in the last unit, we will discuss about the network security, as we already discussed that it is some set of rules which defines, or you can say set of policy which is used to prevent, okay, which is used to prevent or monitor some or unauthorized access or denial of computer network or some misuse or some modification. So in this network security concept, we will divide into three parts. One is IP security, web security, and in system security. In IP security, okay, we will discuss about the architecture which uses two protocols to secure the traffic, or you can say the data flow. So we will discuss in this IP security. Now in the web security, it deals with protecting a website, okay, or some web application by detecting, preventing and responding to some cyber threats. Cyber threats like SSL, secure socket layer, or SET, that is secure electronic transaction. So we will discuss all these topics in the web security. And the last is system security. It includes the development and implementation of security countermeasures like firewall, okay, and we can say intruders and some different type of threats. So all these topics, IP security, web security and system security, cover under the concept of network security. So we can say that from email to cellular communication, from secure web access to digital cache, cryptography is an essential part of today's information system. And in future, as commerce and communication continue to move to computer network, cryptography will become more and more vital. So the next slide discuss about some future aspect or some technology where cryptography is used, like blockchain, IoT, that is Internet of Things, cloud computing, tokenization, and quantum cryptography. So now I hope you will have an overview about the whole subject, and in my upcoming lecture we will discuss in detail one by one about all these type of algorithms that we will discuss with the help of some example and some numerical concept. So thank you so much.